Guys, welcome back to Mr.YouWho, and here again. Great to have you back with us for another video. Now today's video we're going to be looking at the top 5 air purifiers for 2023. You see, Mr.YouWho's been doing air purifier reviews for the last couple of years, and in that time he's found a lot of air purifiers that can really purify the home. You see, air in the home is quite often a lot worse than the air outside, and particularly with most of us working from home, it's very important that we have the right air purified. So, as you can see, I've got the Philips air purifier, which is the first one I ever did a review on. And I've also got the Winix Stage 5, which is the second one I did a review on. So in this review, we're going to be going through the top 5, as I said, air purifiers. Again, we're going to start with the Winix, then move to the Philips air purifier. We'll look at the Winix Compact air purifier, and then the Sigma Aereo air purifier, and then finally have a look at the Aravec A152, which is a great budget air purifier. We're going to be using some of the footage from the past videos we've done as well, so you can see which ones you want to choose, but there'll be links in the description as well if you guys wish to purchase the air purifiers. But again, we're really excited to be reviewing these again. We love having good air quality at home and think it's very, very important. So again, links in the description if you wish to purchase. Make sure you like the video as well, subscribe to the channel, and let's jump in and look at the top 5 air purifiers for 2023 here at MrYouWho. Okay, so let's now have a look at what comes in the box. So as you can see, here's the box of the air purifier here. So we open up and have a bit of a look. So you've got the packaging just there, and you pull the air purifier straight out like so. As you can see, it's quite a compact unit as well, which is really, really good. It's quite light. I think it's only about 3 kilos heavy, which is great. So I'm going to put it there. Let's go and have a look a bit about what actually comes in the air purifier. So to start with, you turn it up and twist it open. Like so, like that. Now as you can see, here's the HEPA filter in place. So you take off the plastic, quite straightforward to do. Okay. So all you do is you put the filter in the actual air purifier. Now the great thing is, as you can see, there's the pre-mesh filter as well that's in there. Now within that as well, there's also the HEPA filter, which you can see there. That's the one with the white ridges in it as well. And on the inside, you've got the activated carbon filter. Now, I'm not sure if you can see that there in the picture, but essentially what happens is the air gets poured into the air purifier through here. It goes through the pre-mesh filter, then through the HEPA filter, and then through the activated carbon filter. Now, that's why it can filter out 99.7% of airborne pollutants down to 0.03 microns, which is excellent. It really does filter out the air very effectively. Now as you can see there as well, there's a fan in it as well. Now there's a fan that turns. Essentially the fan pulls the air in through this unit here, into the bottom there. And then it comes up through the top, through here. We'll go into those features in a moment when we switch it on. But essentially to get the air purifier working is you put this, it says bottom, so put the bottom in there. And then top, and then close it up like so. Very, very straightforward. Very easy to use. So let's go and jump in now, turn on the air purifier and see the features of it, and then we'll test how it works. Let's do that right now. So here we are with the Winix Zero Plus Pro 5-stage purifier, and as you can see, as I said before, it's a really nice looking purifier, which is good if you want to have it in the lounge room or in the home or places where you entertain guests. Now, if I try and pick it up, it's actually quite light as well, which is good if you're concerned about movability, trying to move in different parts of the home. So what I do is now kind of take off the filters and kind of have a look at how it's made up. So, as we said earlier, it's made up of 5 different stages. As you can see, it's quite easy to pop off the lid there with the magnets in place. Now, the first level you have is the pet filter. So that kind of filters out any pet hair or anything popping up for your pet animals. The second stage is the fine mesh. Now this captures larger dust particles and fluff, so it makes the other filters last longer. So I'll just take that off now so I can show you how it looks. So the next stage is the deodorization filter, which is this one. So what happens is it's a particle filter with carbon, and it captures offensive odors and hazardous chemicals and vapors as it goes through the machine. So you've got the second level of filtration there. Now going across as well, this is the HEPA filter that's in place. Now this is a true hospital grade HEPA filter. it captures 99.7% of airborne allergens and dust, or as we call it, 0.3 microns. Now I'll go shortly into what 0.3 microns actually means, so you know, but you can see it gives that level of protection. Now what I like about it as well is you see how thick it is as well, and how thick it is between the layers. It starts to filter straight through that. Now these get replaced once every year as well, and that's a constant use. The next stage as well is the plasma wave technology, which is built into the fan. So this is a technology from Winix which creates hydroxyls, which neutralizes the viruses, the bacteria, the vapors, and the odors and the gas. And it goes through there and does that. So that's the 5 layers of filtration. Again, in Australia, it's the only machine, by what I've read, that has the PET filter in place, which is really, really handy. So yeah, so now what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at the machine, turn it on, and test how it runs. So now what we're going to do is have a look at actually how the air purifier operates. So as you can see there are the different controls in place. So what I'm going to do now is you've got the power, the mode, the plasma wave, which is the technology in the background, the timer and the control lock. So if we turn on the power just now, so what it does, it starts on automatic and on low. And what you should do is see the colour change just here. So it's on blue at the moment. So blue means good, and it goes from blue through to red. So blue is good, green's average, orange is fair, and red is poor. So at the moment we are at fair air quality, so it's working at the moment. So what it does is you can look at changing the mode yourself. So press the button to sleep if you want to do sleep mode, but low, medium, got high, and then you've got turbo. So as you can see, turbo gives it a real kick into the machine. Now generally I've found using it myself in the apartment, generally it sits on low, that's because it filters the air quality out and then it drops to where it's meant to be. So as you can see, that's good air quality at the moment. So I generally use it a lot in sleep. I've used it the last couple of nights. It's worked really well. But you can use timer if you want. The manufacturer has recommended though that it's just good to leave in auto mode and it'll sort itself out. So one thing I want to talk about quickly now as well is the 0.3 microns. Now to give you an idea, 0.3 micron is equivalent to cigarette smoke. And this machine is rated to do that. But 30 microns would be pollen, for example. So, and it goes all the way down to dust mites, 10 micron. Mold 7, then pet allergens. So this machine is able to filter all those nasties out. It's quite incredible. So what I want to do now is do a little bit of Mr.YouWho test. So I've got my trusty spray here. And what I'm going to do is give it a little bit of a spray just to see how the machine reacts. So do I get too excited? So if we go just general direction, spray like that, leave it for a moment, and we should see the machine it's quite strong. We should see the machine react to it quite shortly. And then again, sitting on low, spray, let's go up to medium. And as you can see, the colour should be changing. There we are, back to fair air quality. So that will just keep on working until it filters the air. Yeah, I mean, it's a great machine. Works in the background. Yeah, it's fantastic. Looks really nice. So Philips Series 2000 has 3 layers of filtration. It's called VitaShield IPS. Now the panel-like filters that you basically slide in and slide out. Now the first one, so let's have a look at the moment, gets rid of the larger particles. So that's this one here. The second one gets rid of the smaller gases and odours in place. And the third one is a HEPA filter. Now this gets rid of allergens and dust mites in place. The good thing with this as well, it only needs to be replaced once every 6 months for a lot of use, but for 12 months probably through less use like we have here. Now, so we're going to talk about how the system kind of works and how these things come into place. So how effective are these filters? Well, having a high efficiency particulate air filter, which is a HEPA filter, it does reduce most of the nasties in place. So if you're really into stats, it can scrub out particles as small as 0.003 UM, or 99.9% of all the nasties in the air. So now we're going to have a look at how the air purifier actually operates. So what you do is, as you can see by the display here, is to turn it on, you just press down the hold button. Now what it does is, through the onboard sensor located just here, it picks up the particulates in the air and where it reads, and the number appears up here, which comes up in a minute. Now what you can do is, there's 3 different modes as well that you could choose. So the first one is the allergen mode. So you press the button, so it helps allergens that are in the air. The next one is bacteria and virus mode. So you press that again, and that comes up too. So that's the next one in place. And the next one is sleep mode as well. You can have running while you're sleeping in bed. So now, as we have a look at it, it's picked up number 5 in the air quality. So if you want to see about how it varies significantly, we're just going to spray a little bit of spray towards the machine. And what you should see now is the number jump up significantly. So there we are, 23, 28, 33. Now the numbers can vary from 0 all the way up to, I think we had 230. It got to, we had a barbecue cooking. As you can see, the light's now increased as well. So what it's done is it's registered that impurities in the air, and now what it's doing is it's filtering the air impurities through the machine. You can actually feel it getting a bit of a shake to it at the moment as well, which is quite interesting. So, but the key thing is it's very, very quiet. So that's at its top fan speed at the moment. It's also got a nighttime speed as well that you can press. That puts it down at the nighttime. That helps you relax. So, and bearing in mind that's spraying chemicals directly into the air filter. So what we're going to do now is, there's also a sleep on there as well, which is a button there, which allows you to go to sleep. And you can also decrease the light by pressing this button, because we have ours running 24 hours a day at the moment, and the reason being is it's always clear in the air. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's now have a look at the Sigma Area 300 in operation. So as you can see, here's the purifier. It looks really great. It's a light size, but you can still feel the quality in place of it, and it looks really good, and it's quite easy to move around the home. Now what I want to do is, before we go into operating it, let's have a bit of a look at the different stages of purification that it has. So it has 3 different stages of purification in it. So the first stage, if we take the cover off, is the HEPA filter. So it's got a H13 HEPA filter, which is a nice big thick filter, as you can see there. And it's also got carbon granules as well, which removes it out, which you can hear. So what that does is that firstly traps all the heavier particulates or heavy elements that come through, which is really good. So the next stage is the negative ion and the UBC purification process, which is built into the back there. So the air gets sucked through the filter. Anything left over gets treated by the negative ion UBC. Now in our next Mr.YouWho question time, we'll go through a bit more about that technology, and so you can learn a bit more about it. So that's the purification technology, and then obviously out from the top comes all the lovely fresh air. So what we'll do is, I'm just going to put this back in now, and what we'll do is we'll turn the purifier on so you can have a bit of a look at how it works. So there it is there. So if we press the button just there, so that will turn it on. So as you can see, it's got different levels of filtration. So yellow is the third stage of purification, which means mild. It goes up to red, which is bad, green, which is good, and blue, which is excellent. So ideally we want to have it at blue. So as you can see, it goes second level, third level, and fourth level. Now with the app I'll be showing you later, which is the Wi-Fi symbol there, I'll be showing you how it actually shows you the readings of the particulates in the air, and how you can adjust it accordingly via your app. It's really, really good. With that button there, you can turn on the UVC and negative ions from the machine if you just want it running through the HEPA filter, or you can keep it on. It also has a sleep mode function as well as a child lock too, which is quite handy if you don't want your kids playing around with the machine. So let's just run that in a minute. So what I'm going to do is, as you can see, it's reading the air quality at the moment. So what I'm going to be doing soon is, at Mr.YouWho question time, we'll show you the difference in the technology. We'll also show you how the actual app works and go through it, which will be good. And we'll also be testing out, obviously, how the machine responds to air purifier, responds to smoke, as well as moisture or particulates in the air too. So you can have a look at that. So straight away, it's already gone from orange through to green, so it's already doing its job. Now on the side here is it regulates what's in the air. So that's a sensor that picks up what's the air quality as well. So that reads air quality and then adjusts the purifier accordingly, with the idea getting to blue, which is good. Very quiet operation, sounds very good, and it looks like a great air purifier. So that's the unboxing of the Aravec AV152 air purifier. So let's see what comes in the box. So as you can see, there's a box now. Now, what I love about this air purifier is it's very compact and small, so it's quite good if you're using it for a small area to unbox. So say, for example, you have a small office or a small room. It's perfect for that because it can do 27 meters cubed. So there's the air purifier there. It also comes with instructions as well. You've got your warranty there, which is 1 year warranty, which is excellent. And also there's the instruction booklet too, which we'll go through in a bit about detail shortly. So when you first open the air purifier, what you need to do is just make sure you take the top part off, which is the label on there. You also need to make sure that you remove the filter in the middle of it as well. So which is down the below. So to unscrew it, you go there and you twist it like so, like that. Take the bottom off, and here's the plastic part. Now this is actually the filter, which uses the air to come through. So we'll be testing out the air purifier later, but there's this is a pre-filter and activated carbon filter and HEPA filter. So we'll be going through it shortly, but essentially when the filter's on, the air comes through the pre-filter into the HEPA filter and through the activated carbon filter, which is just there. So it's got 3 stages of filtration, which is really, really good. So yeah, so the filter, activated carbon filter, and the pre-filter, which we'll look at shortly. So quite straightforward. You put this back in like that, pop this back on, and turn it, and it's ready to go. So what we're going to do shortly is we're actually going to be having a bit more look at the controls of the air purifier. We're going to be doing that now, and we're going to be testing it as well. Now again, this is similar to the Aravec AVP152 Pro, which we reviewed in previous videos, which you can see here. So as we're talking about the functions of this, we'll also be talking about how it compares to the AV512 Pro, so you can be discussion about which one's for you. But this air purifier, lots of reviews on Amazon, very, very popular, and it's got an excellent price point as well. So if you're looking at a good priced air purifier, this is the way to go for you. So anyway, let's go and look at some of the functions right now. Okay, so how does the air purifier operate? So here is the functions just there, as you can see. Now to turn it on, quite straightforward, you just press the on button, which is just there. So it activates the air filter. So as you can see, it starts automatically. Now it started on fan speed 2. So if you see over there, you've got the fan speeds 1, 2, 3, which you can adjust yourself. It also has the night light as well, which is, sorry, have a good look, just there as well. So if you're sleeping, you don't want it to be on, you can press that to turn off the air purifier, so it doesn't keep you awake at night. And also it tells you when your air purifier is due to be, the filter's due to be replaced. Now, with these, similar to other air purifiers, the filters last regarding about 6 months, depending on how much you use it. So it works really well. Now, probably the main difference between this one and the AV152 Pro is the AV152 Pro is actually automatic. So with the AV152, which is this one, you manually select the fan speeds and let it run. So you press that by, if you want to put it on, that's on 3. So the AV152 Pro varies the speed dependent on what you want to do. So it senses the area through its sensor, and then purifies the air accordingly. Whereas this one, you set this fan speed yourself, which, as I said before, it's a great budget air purifier. It still purifies the air for you, but it doesn't have all those extra features that you need to pay for necessarily. Now this one also does 15 square meters room as well, so keep that in mind compared to the AV152 Pro, which I think is 45 square meters. But as you can see, it's purifying the air. Now, how does the purification actually work? So as you can see here, here's the vents there. So what it does is it draws the air through the vents, purifies up through the machine, and comes out there. Now, the air purifier has a HEPA filter, which filters 99.97% of nasties out there. So your smokes, your vapors, your air purities. So what I'm going to do now is, what I might do is just have a quick look and kind of show you guys the AV152 Pro that we did. A bit of a quick show of how that looks compared to this one. What it's all about is making sure that you get the best air purifier that works for you. So, okay guys, wow, how was that? Well, as you can see, there's lots of different options for air purifiers depending on what you need. And I think the most comprehensive air purifier in the market, as I said, which was my number one, is the Winix Stage 5 air purifier. It really is a great air purifier. It's also got the PET filter as well, which I find is fantastic. It also purifies a big room too. So the most comprehensive one is the Winix. And as you can see, you can go all the way down to your budget one, which is the Aravec air purifier. Still does a great job, a lot lower in value, doesn't purify as big a room, and doesn't have all the bells and whistles of the Winix. But if you're on a budget, you need something, it will do the job. So anyway, make sure you let me know if you'll purchase any of these air purifiers. There's links in the description below about them. And make sure you let us know what you think of the air purifiers done here. And make sure, yeah, you comment. And yeah, thanks again for joining us here. Make sure you subscribe to the video, click the notification button, and let us know what you think of the air purifier review here at Mr.YouWho.